Hey guys, Simple Thing here, back with another episode of SPAZ2. Last episode, we did some shit, stuff happened, I don't know. Let's get into it. So we have to investigate the signal, which is not too far. Let's get started. I did some off-camera stuff, got up to 15, and I'm almost up to 16. I have enough goons to repair a ship. There is a pirate doing something. I'll just go say hi.
Signal detected.
I'm gonna drink the marijuana. I'm gonna wear your skin like a suit.
Oh, it appears that some other pirates have killed him. One of these pirates is weak. Okay, go after
Engaging. Without the warp gates, interstellar travel was not possible. Along with the discovery of new habitable worlds, several new elements were added to the periodic table. One of these was element 126, the element now known as Res. As warp gate travel became commonplace, a massive number of gate builder ships were deployed. Over a millennium, a galactic warp gate network was established, and gate travel was an everyday occurrence.
Huh, neat. Let's go down the Okay, so the source is in the next door sector. Let us go to said next door sector.
Awareness expanded.
And we have a thing. It's right here. Let's view this lore.
Elsa was born and raised on Earth, which happened to be one of the last worlds to come under UTA control during the lockdown wars. Her and her father were recruited by the UTA to mine the Sol system for what little res it had. When her father died, she became aimless and resentful. Eventually, she was befriended by Don Gibson, the leader of the growing UTA resistance. Saving her from eventual starvation, she was fiercely loyal to Don and became second in command of the renegade fleet. Despite her troubled past, she had always managed to stay lighthearted and governed by strong morals. She was devastated to discover Don had been under the influence by the infection. Enraged, she took control of the clockwork and crew to hunt down Don and destroy the dark entity. Having eventually satisfied that goal, she has now grown cold and nearly unrecognizable by her fellow crewmates. Driven aimlessly by guilt, She commands the surviving crew of the Clockwork on an endless mission to cleanse the last of the infection.
Okay, let's go see this ship. So the source is right there. Might need pirate ships. Let's fight these pirate ships, see if we can't get a level up. Okay, where are you going? Come here.
I'd love to have you for dinner.
I'm gonna have you.
Trying to want to eat your brains.
Alright, let's see if I can't get
Target locked. Obliterated. Saved.
And now I'm gonna come after you. Stop running. Steam ahead.
Trying to want to eat you. I'm gonna wear your skin like a
guy,
suit.
see if we can't get the experience that we need to level up. It's got quite a few strength rockets.
Engaging. Saved.
Let's turn that back. There's a pirate over there. I'm out of goons. I gotta find a way to use goons or something.
Scanning area.
Like, I'm overcome with goons. Like, I gotta... Like, we gotta solve these goons.
When the outbreak first began, few took it seriously. Rumors of ships covered in twisted flesh and wire grew more distorted as they passed from one storyteller to another. The UTA, being preoccupied with the lockdown wars, ignored reports of yet another pandemic. By the time it was serious enough to warrant attention, quarantine was impossible. With extermination still being a valid option, the UTA began reinforcing the warp gates leading to infected regions. Regardless of signs of infection, outgoing ships were simply destroyed from a distance. Within months, the UTA lost nearly 100 trade ships, destroyed by the marshals that guarded the quarantine gates. As the odd ship was able to sneak past, the UTA had to continuously step back its front line. Out of desperation, the entire inner world galactic quadrant was quarantined from the outer worlds for the use of high-security Titan gates. The UTA continued to fight a bloody and secret war with the infection for nearly 200 years. It was not until after the entire confrontation did the outer worlds become aware such a war had even occurred.
Wow. Okay, so we gotta solve these.
Signal detected.
There's a signal. Here. There's a green ship over there. I need to sell off these goods as fast as I can. There's still a few spots. Let's go to the red nearest outpost, which is owned by Red apparently. There's some ships. Luckily, they're all friendly. I will gladly join your fight.
Should I want to eat your brain? I think I changed my mind. This one's filthy.
Target locked. Obliterated.
Got a missile launcher from the left wing.
Well, I am waiting.
Weapon damage. Missile scattered.
Purging successful.
Perfect, and we got it. We're gonna sell
Game
these.
saved.
Oh, we also extended our bay by 1. Perfect. Sell us quite a few of these. So I think we'll buy this. We will sell. I think we will sell this. There's a few things. We'll sell this. Sell the more goods. And we'll do some adjustments. See that soon. Where do I want to put this thing? Probably, behind it. Let's see, what's my strongest? Okay, that will give us a pickup for, level 2. This one's a minigun. No, it's a laser, that one's a minigun. Now I have some slots of it. That's a missile. What is this? Okay. It's a cannon. This cannon, 92. Last stuff. This. Perfect. We are fixed up and ready to go. Now we are even powerful. We should be able to take that fight. So it's a little ways away. Fine. Let's get this res. I don't think I want the Oasis good for res for the time being.
Extracted.
more with the reds and the greens, which are... So let's go investigate this signal. Now, since we are a bit more powerful, we're declared with that is me. So I'm now world 3. Alright, a level 2 pirates. Alright, let's investigate.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I am the User Error 9000 Service Patch 2. Regrettably, this malware is not accepting surrender applicants at this time. Please leave your resume, cover letter, and life force at the front desk, and we will be sure to get back to you in a timely fashion.
Malicious adware detected. Administering antivirus program. Licking. Wait. No. What in the name of the void is this? How can you make me perform these horrible tasks?
User Error 9000 encounters love at first sight. You must roll a 6 or higher to proceed to the next tile. 9000 designates that you sure do have a purty mouth. Your interface could be updated to include new features such as liquid cooled data penetration and linear asynchronous trombone polishing.
What just happened? Skid, is that you?
Motherfucking balls, Polaroid, gastrointestinal, Turbo Defender. Root function program contains memory partition of given subjects. You will be targeted for nullification.
Carl, you are going to have to explain this one to me. Slowly.
It would appear that this is what has become of Skid. Judging by his implants and behavior patterns, he has been cybernetically fused with a Turbo Defender security program. We should offer it a high-paying position aboard the ship, as well as a clearly needed dental program.
Oh, that's just brilliant. What can be better than a dumb bandit punk combined with an insane rogue artificial intelligence? I thought we killed both of you. Things. Or whatever. We don't have time for this. Look, we all hate each other, and that's fine. We know you are broadcasting malicious signals aimed at our base. Just turn the bloody thing off, and we'll leave you in peace.
That does not compute. This port does not send or receive emails without proper 128-bit encryption. You are the harbinger of loneliness and tears. I shall not agree to the terms of service. Return to selling yourself on the nickel street corner to which you belong.
Excuse me? You know, if we had more time to do this diplomatically, I don't think I would. Let's heat it up, people.
Alright, let's go kick Skid's ass. First things
Engaging.
against Pirates are launching missiles. Target located. Please go now. Alright, he's down.
here?
Defender 9000.
Like such a lowly scamp. Do you exist solely to torment me? You could have at least taken me out to dinner before bending me over the bulkhead. Perhaps you emotional derelicts have the decency to spare my partition and pick up my escape pod.
Absolutely not. You screwed with us and you got the teeth. I gave you a fair chance to turn that generator off, and you spat in my face. Accept your fate, you pathetic little tardigrade.
And I told you that I am 128-bit encrypted. I don't even have the cache size to fart past my own long johns.
Verifying. I have scanned the debris and found no signs of any spam generator wreckage. Perhaps we should have done that first before opening fire. Oh well, next time I suppose.
Carl, what are you telling me right now? What about the signal? If it isn't coming from here, where is it coming from?
To be perfectly honest, only the one-eyed bastard would know that for certain. Let us not forget, this is his lead we are chasing.
Carl, you know Jameson isn't a sharp man. You should have been looking over his work, especially when he tries to use the computer. Even still, how could he send us all the way out here and be so wrong? Well, I guess we are responsible for what we did to Skid. I know I'll live to regret this, but someone open the airlock and let him in. Carl, set a course back to base.
Alright, we'll pick it. Alright, Skid's on board. See if there's anything there. Looks like Skid didn't have much. Let's go.
Excuse this interruption, but you will listen to my voice at this time. I am unable to locate our lemon of a base on long-range sensors.
It just never ends. Are you sure that thing is even working? We've had more than our share of technical malfunctions lately.
It is functional simply because I stand next to the device, radiating it with science and wonder. All other bases in the region are represented on the viewer. Only our base is absent.
What in the void is going on back there? If Jameson was in any trouble, he would have sent a communication, a smoke signal, something. This isn't right.
That would again require him to touch the computer. There is a substantial probability he locked himself in the bathroom and died of starvation. One can only hope.
Thank you for including me in your childish domestic disputes. Maybe you should use your head for more than cracking coconuts and entertain the possibility that you all have been tooled with maximum authority.
9000.
Knows a scam at first sight. You are out here chasing phantoms while your so-called friend rubs himself on your pillows. This deduction is free of charge. Elsa, make me a sandwich!
Oh, shut up, Skid. Do you think I haven't thought of that by now? If I find out he's trying to cut us out of the loop. The reality dose is we won't know anything until we get back to base. Maximum warp.
Okay, first thing. Oh.
There is research data that has not yet been allocated. Consider not allocating it and instead allocate it.
Game saved.
Alright, we gotta investigate our area, which has strangely went rogue. So we're gonna first things first. We are going to